Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your spiritual revolution reading for the month of Cancer. A spiritual revolution reading is messages from your guides because we are in the middle of a spiritual war and you are being called to be a participant in the spiritual revolution. And the month of Cancer runs from June 21st to July 21st. So what we're going to do is find out what is your overarching energy for this upcoming month, and then get a little bit more detailed guidance for you throughout this month. And we do have a couple of major transits during the month of Cancer. So on June 29th, this is a really big day because we have the full moon in Capricorn on that day. And also Mercury is stationing retrograde, which will last for about 3 weeks until July 23rd. And then we also have Jupiter, which is entering Leo on that day. And then on July 14th, we have the new moon in Cancer. Okay, so what's going on for you, Virgo, in this month? First, your chakra is the crown chakra. So your guides really want you to connect with your crown chakra, specifically with your dreams. So we have messages, signs, symbols, guidance. So that tells me right off the bat that this month of Cancer is going to be big for you when it comes to signs, synchronicities in your life. Like, really pay attention to the messages, the symbolism that you're getting in your dreams specifically, but I would say like also throughout your regular daily life, because your guides are really trying to communicate with you. And I would say if you don't have a meditation practice already, you might want to start incorporating that in your life. I just got like a cold chill on this side and there are no windows open. This is a closed room. The door is closed. That's interesting. Your guides are definitely communicating with you this month, Virgo. So I kind of lost track of what I was saying, but pay attention to your dreams. The symbolism is going to be big. So I'm really excited to see what kind of messages are going to come through in this reading for you today. Okay, and another card that is talking about your overarching energy for the month of Cancer, we have Order. So this is Moon in Virgo. So that is your sign, and the moon actually represents our intuition and our emotions and our inner world. And so I love that this moon in Virgo is coming up in conjunction with this dreams message, because the moon is also, like I said, it's our intuition. So our messages from our guides, the feelings that we get, and paying attention to your dreams. The moon rules the night, right? And moon in Virgo is order. So what's kind of coming out of down the pipe, down the channel right now is order out of chaos. So we know that the world is in chaos right now. There's so many things that have been revealed in particular this year, and it's dark, it's chaotic. There's a lot of destruction and war and like negative things happening, but it feels like you're going to be given clues and messages and guidance to help straighten some of these things out for you in particular, and to find some order in the chaos. Okay, so let's get a little bit more down into the details here and find out what your messages are for this month. So again, the month of Cancer runs from June 21st to July 21st. And we're going to kind of get like, what is the energy that you're bringing into this month, the energy that you are being asked to embody, and then the outcome for the end of the month, which would be leading into Leo season. Okay, so you're coming into this month with the Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is a very peaceful, joyful, like calm kind of energy. Like things have been going fairly well. So even though the world is kind of in chaos, you yourself have found some peace within that. And this could be romantic, this could be in business, this could be just with yourself, like two parts of yourself really being reconciled and brought together for this kind of symbiotic relationship. But it does feel that things have been going pretty well in your relationships. And that's great, because this Mercury retrograde that we have that's going on in Cancer this month is about kind of our relationships and our nurturing path, and how we are taking care of ourselves and the people with us. And retrogrades aren't something to be afraid of. It's really more about, like taking time to reflect and really be introspective and think about how you are spending your life and your time and your days. And it feels like that there's a lot of joy and there's a lot of peace that you have been experiencing, which is great. I hope that this resonates. And if you're like thinking, well, I don't really know what that could be referring to, I'm going to challenge you to think about, in particular, like what's coming through is compared to the last few years in your life, how peaceful are you currently feeling? It feels like that there may have been like a lot of confusion or questioning or uncertainty, but now that's kind of like leveled out, even if things haven't been completely fully sunshine and rainbows, because let's be honest, it very rarely is, but it's been fairly stable and calm, hopefully. So your energy for this month, like really what you're being asked to embody, is the Page of Wands. Okay. And so the Page of Wands is, as you can see, is kind of like setting off on this journey and has his bag and is ready to go. And so it's like, okay, there you are being called to start something new, something fresh, something that you have been thinking about, that you've perhaps been putting on the back burner, or you haven't had time for. And it's almost like you've been waiting for this moment of peace, this moment of calm, in order to go down this new path, to embark on this new adventure. What it feels like, it could be related to career. It does feel like a little bit of soul seeking, like soul mission kind of work, a little bit. So perhaps diving into a shadow that you haven't before. But I'm also feeling like that there's a journey, that there's some travel involved with this, and whether this is a short vacation, or this could even be just a weekend getaway. But I am feeling like that there is some travel that is in for you for this month. And I mean, it's summer vacation. So it's a great time to go explore a little bit. But it feels like when you are on this journey, and actually, yeah, I do feel it like it is going to be like a fairly quick journey. This is not like, a month-long pilgrimage or something like that. This is something that it's going to go by pretty quickly. It's going to feel pretty fleeting. However, it's going to be very life-changing and set you on to a new direction. And that is super exciting. And it's not necessarily a solo vacation. I do feel that there will be other people with you. However, what you experience that's going to kind of shift things, that is going to be very solo. So perhaps, you're on like a weekend getaway with the girls, or you're with your family, and however you decide, like, what, I'm going to go take a walk by myself, or I'm going to go to a cafe, I'm going to go do something. And when you are kind of separated from the herd, so to speak, that's when this message is going to come through, or you're going to see someone and they're going to tell you something that is really going to shake you a little bit, but in a good way. Like, I feel like this is really positive, and it's going to light a fire, because you've kind of like I've said, this Two of Cups energy is pretty like status quo. Things have been going well. You've been in a routine. Everything has been smooth. But now it's like, okay, there's a shift coming, and there's really something for you to acknowledge and embark upon. And I think that this is really calling out with this, because there's going to be symbol that you dream about that you're going to be reminded of in this moment. Okay. And then your outcome energy for the end of this month is the Ace of Pentacles. So I love this. You have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and both of these cards are kind of about starting something new and starting something fresh. And so what I think is going to happen is this information that you get, this download, this message, whatever, however it comes through, is going to put you on to a new project, whether this is like a career change or a side hustle or something that you're doing that is creative but is going to be like a stream of income for you. And this doesn't have to be like your main source of income. Like I said, it could be a side hustle or something like that, but it's really going to be exciting and fulfilling, something that you have been waiting to do. Like, I feel like, yeah, you're going to get a confirmation that what you've been thinking that you have been wanting to do is what you should do. So this isn't like a brand new idea. It's something that you've considered before. And I'm thinking, like, even if we go back about 3 or 4 years, you've been thinking about this. And I'm really excited, Virgo, that you're going to be embarking on this new path, because it is going to be successful. It is something that you're going to learn a lot. It's going to help people. And it's almost like your purpose, like your life's work. Like, this is really what you're meant to be doing. Whew, that was a lot. And that is like, whoa, it's so exciting. And okay, so like I said, we have the full moon on the 29th, and then we have the new moon on July 14th. So let's get a moon message and see what else comes up for you. And I just want to point out as well that this is a general reading. It's not a one-to-one reading. So please take what resonates and drop the rest. Okay. So you got two moon messages. And the first one is new moon in Capricorn, which says your hard work is paying off. And I want to point out that we have the full moon in Capricorn coming up on June 29th. And so the new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn was 6 months ago. So think back to 6 months ago. What did you start doing? Because now is kind of the end of that cycle. And this is when you're going to see the payoff from whatever you started 6 months ago. So your hard work is paying off, Virgo. Almost called you Capricorn. Ooh, and then the other one that you have, new moon in Aquarius, is bring love into the situation. So the new moon in Aquarius is actually going to happen next month at the beginning of Leo season. And but I think what this is really telling you is that, Virgo, you tend to be in your head quite a bit. You're very logical, detail-oriented, organized, all of these things. And while you are bringing order out of chaos, there can be a tendency to overthink things or to overanalyze or to, like before you go on a trip or embark on something or start a new project, to weigh out all the pros and cons and really think like, oh, okay, is this the best decision? And I think what this card is calling you to do, bring love into the situation, is to lead from your heart, is to really think about, okay, is this something that I love to do? Is this something that excites me, that brings me joy? And by doing so, and by leading from the heart, and balancing that with what's going on in your head, this is really going to help you to follow your intuition, which again is what I really think that your guides are trying to get you to do, is to follow your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, your the psychic pings that are coming through, and move from a heart-centered space, not so much from the analytical mind, because your hard work is paying off. You're coming to a completion cycle, and you're going to be starting on something new, which is super exciting. So I want to get a final message for you. And okay, there we go, Virgo. I love this card for you because this is like your opposite energy. This is very Piscean. So we have Passion Flower, number 43, which is all about surrender. And Virgo, you tend to be maybe control freak a little bit. There is that tendency to really want to manage everything that you're able to. But what you're being asked to do right now is to surrender and to trust the universe. And I feel like, did this come up for you last month? Something along these lines, I think, came up for you. But I'm just looking at the owls as well. So I don't know if you can see that at the top of this card. There's a couple owls. And owls always make me think of wisdom and the feminine spirit, the divine feminine. And I think that those are the types of guides that are reaching out to you right now. They're very wise. They're ancestral. They are, I'm feeling like this maternal energy, like grandmother energy, but more like, I don't know, not so much like grandmother, like yes, nurturing, but more like sisterly, like sisterly kind of advice. And this kind of energy is really what is, I think, going to be fueling your messages and your dreams and the guidance that you're getting for this month. And you're really meant to surrender to the process, surrender to your divine path, because it's going to unfold for you. These messages are going to come through. Watch the signs, watch the symbols. These are actually confirmations. You already know what you want to do. You already know what you want to start. And now you just, you're going to be getting some signs from the universe to say, now is the time. So I'm super excited for you. I hope something in this resonated. Please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear that as well. And again, this was not a personal reading, but I do personal readings. So if you want to go deeper, send me a note. We'll see what we can do. And thank you so much for being here with me this month. I'll see you in the next one.